Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Utah's offense will take the first swing of the game. They recruit against each other. They live next door to each other in the case of the fans, and that's why this is an intense rivalry.
Intense, and it doesn't matter. They've been in the same conference. They haven't been in the same conference. They've been independent. They've been all over the place with this, but you know what it is? It's a game that matters every single year to both these universities.
You're right, David. They always just seem to find each other, right, on the collision course. And BYU-Utah, to me, is one of the most physical games in all of college football every single year. And you
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The number 1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my number 1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
He's into the open down the middle. The 20, 10, slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. So BYU's offense has the ball for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan to support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
On the run, it's Martin. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. BYU lines up quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Now he's going to break the pocket. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The last time they renewed this rivalry, BYU was on a mission and destroyed the Utes.
Destroyed the Utes. They put it all together. They won the rivalry day, and Utah, Jesse, had to live with that fact for a whole year.
And it really benefited BYU in the recruiting trail, too, because these two programs recruit the same athletes each and every season. So that's why this game, I think, is so much bigger for them to try and build on that momentum on the recruiting trail.
And the Cougars will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. To the air, it's Rose. He's right on target. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
How nice is it on offense to have a quarterback with that kind of athleticism? Your playbook is so much more open when you get in 4th and goal situations just like that. You can call a pass play, and if it's not open, he can get you out of trouble with his legs. Nice job running that one in for a TD.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Rose. Complete. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the run, it's Mitchell. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. BYU right back to the line. On 4th down, going to the air. Complete out of the backfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Coming after it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Looking for a man. It's Rose. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. That could be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They move the tight end all over. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short. But I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They try to pop a run on the draw. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes his connection. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And BYU will get the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's Bentley. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes it on the run. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Utah!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Not willing to risk anything here. They'll just take a knee and head to the locker room, and we have ourselves a tie game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, BYU-Utah is must-see TV, and today is no different. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. BYU lines up quickly. Looking to pass on second down. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to the air one more time. Working that left side now. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cougars! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's